Right, a good addition for our football team, good addition for our organization. Anquan's a good football player, first and foremost, and then we all know what type of person he is. There's a reason he won the Walter Payton Man of the Year, Walter Payton Man of the Year, excuse me. And I've been around a lot of good players in my career. Fortunately, I've also been around some good teams, and I know those good teams, one of the common denominators, if you will, are high character individuals and leadership, and that's also a part of the acquisition of Anquan. Feel really good about what he'll bring to the table on the field, but also feel strongly that he'll add value off the field, inside the meeting rooms, inside the locker room. I've seen the benefit of that over the course of my career. That dynamic is important. Anquan's been there and done that in this league, and he's done it at a high level on some good football teams. So, that is a big part of this acquisition, and I wouldn't be being honest if I didn't admit that. That's important. I was around that in Carolina. We had a player, we had Jericho Cotchery, that had a similar impact on our roster, similar impact on our football team. This is a short-term win, but it's also a long-term vision of how this could help our football team moving forward for years to come. I wouldn't say convince him. It was a process that you normally go through when you obtain a player of this caliber and at this time during training camp. Give a lot of credit to Anquan and his family. Give a lot of credit to all the parties that were involved on our end. We went through a process that took some time, and typically, when you take time to make decisions, usually those end up being good decisions, and so we respected all the time that Anquan needed, and we had good conversations the whole way through, and so I think it was nice to see this come together. That's a good question and a good point. It's a fine line, and the leaders, true leaders, have that where they know how to navigate that. Respect is earned, and when you look at Anquan's resume, there should be some respect already when he walks in the door. That said, Anquan's been through this before, and he's got that where he knows you kind of integrate, embed a little bit, and then over time we'll start to see his influence. And I just know that from other players that have already come up to me in this situation that they're happy to have him on board, and our approach will be with Anquan just like it is with the rest of the team. We're all earning our spot, and so that I just
Cordy Glenn, Shaq Lawson, and Sammy Watkins for Thursday.
Start with Cordy. We're still on a day-to-day status at this point with Cordy, just working with the soreness. So that remains up in the air at this point in time. Sammy will be about a quarter, and then Shaq Lawson?
Yeah.
Right, so Shaq is day-to-day at this point, so we'll just see. I personally didn't know as much as I do now, obviously. Coach Waffle had some experience or awareness of Eddie from college, and I'll just tell you, he's one of the nice surprises, not a surprise, but he continues to trend upward. And we're looking for depth along our defensive line, and he's done a nice job. He plays extremely hard. He's intelligent. One of the first ones in the team meeting room in the morning, working on his craft. There's a reason he's been successful. Yeah, what we talked about the other day was starters will go about a quarter, give or take. You'll see some blending in there, but for the most part a quarter, and then it'll fall from there.